Hello everyone, welcome to MMA Midnight. I'm your host, Shant Yeretzian. In this week's episode, we're going to preview Bellator 204, and the main event is Darrion Caldwell taking on Nohad Lahat. It's been a few weeks since our last episode. We got some changes coming to the YouTube channel, to the website, some new content. Going to be doing some different things, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel, bookmark the website. I've been training for my first fight. Hopefully I'll have a date and something set soon, aiming for early fall. So I'll keep you guys up to date with that as well. Let's get started with the main event for Bellator 204. Darrion Caldwell taking on Nohad Lahat. Of course, you guys know Darrion Caldwell. He's the Bellator 135 champion. He's moving up in weight to 145, take on Nohad Lahat. This is going to be an interesting fight. Let's see how Darrion Caldwell does at 145. We saw that in his last fight, he won by a guillotine choke over Leandro Higo. And it was a good performance. He won his belt from beating Eduardo Dantas. We all know how tough an opponent he is. And Darrion Caldwell's big for 135, so don't think he's going to be the smaller guy rolling there at 145. I don't think it'll be that much of a difference. I'm actually picking Darrion Caldwell to win this fight. Nohad Lahat's a good, well-rounded fighter, but it seemed like anytime he had like those tougher fights is when he had like those losses in really close fights. So let's see if maybe he can turn it around, maybe the step up in competition, maybe this time he's ready for it. But if I had to pick, I'm going to pick Darrion Caldwell, but it should be a good fight, so you guys don't want to miss that. In the co-main event, we have Logan Storley taking on AJ Matthews. Logan Storley, 8-0. He's had 3 solid performances in Bellator since he's been here. AJ Matthews, he's 1-4 in his last 5 fights, but he did win his last fight against Kendall Grove in a split decision. It was a very close fight. His record is 9-7. He has a lot of experience. I know he's almost like close to a 500 fighter, but he's got a lot of experience, so that might come into play against Logan Storley. But Logan Storley's the favorite. I guess I would have to pick him if I'm going to pick someone to win this fight. So that should be good. The experience versus the undefeated up-and-comer. So tune in for that one. We also have James Gallagher taking on Ricky Bandejas. James Gallagher, I'm sure you guys know, trains out of SBG Ireland. He's a Conor McGregor training partner. He's 7-0, undefeated. He's got a bunch of finishes by rear naked choke, so look for him if he gets this fight to the ground. Look for him to try and take someone's back, take his Ricky's back and try and go for the choke. Ricky Bandejas is 10-1. And he's also had 8 amateur fights, so he has a lot of fight experience. Don't sleep on him. I think he has a really good chance to win this fight. He's well-rounded, and I think his experience is going to come into play. If James Gallagher training with Conor, and he's on that undefeated streak right now. Had a nice run, but I'm going to lean towards Ricky on this one. I'm going to take experience over the the up-and-comer and the hype. So I'm going to pick Ricky Bandejas in that one to win. Also on the card, we have Twain Claxton taking on Chris Lencioni. Twain Claxton, you guys know him for that sick flying knee knockout he had in his Bellator debut. He had a great performance in his last fight as well. He's 2-0. He's looking to make it 3-0. Chris Lencioni, don't know much about him, but he did miss weight today by 2 pounds. So things got a little heated at the weigh-ins and the stare-down. So let's see what happens in the fight. I'm picking Twain to win this. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's excited, young, explosive, athletic. So I'm going to pick Twain Claxton to win this and keep an eye on him in that fight. So Bellator 204 is a lot of good fights. It should be a good night of fights. Tune in Friday night. They also have the prelims on their Bellator app and on the website if you guys are interested in those. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We got a lot of new stuff coming, new content. I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date with my fight coming up. Hopefully have some video series and articles about that as well if people are interested in competing in MMA or see what it's like building up to their first fight. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a good night of fights. Maybe I'll do a post-fight special. And stay tuned, you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.